Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Lafayette Redevelopment Commission meeting of April 23rd, 2026. Our first matter of business are the minutes. Has everyone had a chance to review them?
Yes, we'd move approval of the minutes of Lafayette Redevelopment Commission, March 26th.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. If there are no comments or questions, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved. At this point, I understand we need to move into a public hearing. May I do both motions to close?
Yep, in one motion, it's fine.
Do I have a motion to close this meeting and open a public meeting?
So moved.
Have a motion? Second? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? We are now in our public hearing.
Yep, we are here for a public hearing on Resolution LRC 2026-04, a declaratory resolution of the City of Lafayette Redevelopment Commission adding certain parcels to the McCarty Lane Southeast Industrial Expansion Economic Development Area and Allocation Area, and 2, amending the Economic Development Plan for the McCarty Lane Southeast Industrial Expansion Economic Development Area in connection therewith. Oh, our outside counsel just has the longest title names of resolutions. But anyway, is there any public comment on Resolution 2026-04? Any public comment? All right, you're free to resume the
I'm glad you
meeting.
read that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Not hearing any comment, I will entertain a motion to close the public hearing and open the regular.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Thank you. We're back into our regular business meeting. In the new business area, our first matter of business is to open and consider bids for the South Street Railroad crossing. It appears we have 2 bids. So let's see what we have. This is from Milestone Contractors. I'm reading this correct, Jim. The base bid totals $3,183,899.98. Would we expect alternatives? I don't see any. Okay. So that bid will be taken under advisement.
Go ahead and open both of them and take them both under advisement. Thank you.
I didn't see an alternate on there.
Second packet is from Reith Riley Construction Company. Reith Riley has a base bid total of $3,283,600. With that information,
A
I
motion.
move,
I'll make a motion that we take under advisement both bids.
Second.
have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
And I'll just remind you that we'll have a special meeting of the commission on April 30th to make a recommendation on those bids.
Put my agenda in there. There we go. Next matter of business, Resolution LRC 2026-07. Dennis?
Okay, I'll read it this time. A resolution of the City of Lafayette Redevelopment Commission confirming resolution number LRC 2026-04 adopted February 26, 2026, adding certain parcels to the McCarty Lane Southeast Industrial Expansion Economic Development Area and the allocation area, and amending the Economic Development Plan in connection therewith. So this is our last step in this process, and this is to support the Sustainea project. So this, again, is adding more, enlarging the area of the southeast TIF. It's gone through the other approval processes with the county and the Area Plan Commission, so this is the confirmatory resolution and asking for your approval. Happy to answer any questions.
Any questions?
Dennis, can you remind us how many, on sort of a parcel basis, how many acres of this is this?
Good. Miles, do you remember offhand? Yeah, it's,
Okay,
yeah,
Okay.
I can find out for you.
that's all right. I mean, I looked at the map a few times, but that's not my thing.
Yeah.
And I know there's a long list in terms of parcel descriptions, but,
Right.
okay, all right. That's all I have.
If there are no further questions, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve resolution LRC 2026-07.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Abstain? Abstain?
One abstain.
Abstain?
Attention, okay.
Yes, yes. And I need
Are
to,
you abstaining?
absolutely.
Okay.
And I need to remember not to sign that document when it comes up to this table,
Okay.
because there's not a space for abstentions. I think this is the thing I abstained on before, and I looked at the documents from the previous meetings, and my signature is there.
Okay.
Which I signed, not anybody else, but I just need to remember when that comes up here.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. All right, the next matter of business is Resolution LRC 2026-08.
And that is resolution of the City of Lafayette Redevelopment Commission pledging tax increment revenues to fund a forgivable loan by the City of Lafayette, Indiana for an economic development project and improving the funding of job training expenses in connection therewith. This resolution creates a TIF-funded forgivable loan for infrastructure, capital costs, and job training support, again, for the Sustainea project. The amount of the infrastructure and capital costs is not to exceed $1 million, and the amount for the job training is not to exceed $95,000. It's structured that there can be multiple draws for the forgivable loan, but no more than 50% of the loan can be drawn in 1 year if we elect to do that. The interest rate will be 0% and forgiven if the borrower, which is Sustainea, meets all the requirements that are set forth in the document. So happy to answer any questions and ask for your consideration and for approval.
Are there any questions?
No?
You mentioned no more than 50%. Do we have an idea on what the construction window might be for the
It's probably
project?
a 2-year construction
2-year?
window.
Okay,
Yeah, at least.
just curious. Right, there's no other questions or comments? Entertain a motion?
I move approval of LRC 2026-08.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Next matter of business is Resolution LRC 2026-09.
And this is a resolution amending resolution number LRC 2026-02 of the City of Lafayette Redevelopment Commission in connection with the issuance of the City of Lafayette, Indiana Redevelopment District Bonds Series 2026. And this is for the 9th Street project. So what we're amending here with this resolution is to add a requirement for a debt service reserve account not to exceed the least of one of the following. One being either the annual principal and interest, or 10% of the bond proceeds, or 125% of the annual debt service. The city was fortunately upgraded to a AA- bond rating through S&P Global Ratings, but to secure that, we need to add this debt service reserve account to the bond. So asking for approval for this amendment.
So that's a new, or this is probably a new way we'll be going forward as far as the debt service requirements, or?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
It just depends on the project and ratings and different things. Typically, we try not to have these debt reserves accounts, but in order to get a better bond rating, this was a requirement, so.
Any other questions?
We are not at this point refunding this bond, right?
Correct.
from the legal way they use that term.
Right. This is a
Right.
new bond again for the 9th Street project. We were considering refunding of another bond, but after analysis of it, it wasn't not worthwhile.
So this bond has not really been issued yet,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
Okay. So in essence, it would allow us to have, we believe, a lower interest rate for the
Yes,
bond. That's what we're looking to
because
achieve.
of the higher bond rating.
Yes.
Mhm. So it's worth to have the debt reserve account.
Thanks.
Anything else? If not, we'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve resolution LRC 2026-09.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. If there's no further discussion, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries.
And then the next item under new business is with T-Bird Design Services Corporation, and this is for a general on-service call contract. So as time to time needs come up that are small and such that we need things looked at from an engineering standpoint. So this is a general contract with them for those things as they arise. But things will be done by a task order through this process as well.
An example of which is the next item, right?
Exactly. Yes.
Any questions, comments?
So this maximum amount that we were talking about for this particular agreement, is that on an annual basis or a per task basis?
I think it'd
Yeah, I'm
probably
pretty
per
sure it's
task.
per task, but
Yeah.
I'll look that up real quick.
But basically, it's on, time and materials for the on-call.
Yeah, the reason if we do put limitations on the general service agreements and task orders, it's more to make sure that we are bringing larger scale projects independently and not through a task order process. So if, and I'm still trying to find it, if there is a dollar amount threshold, that is the reason why. So anything larger would come through as its own separate contract for consideration.
Thank-
The dollar amount was 10,000 on task order number 1, that page. It's dated April 3rd.
Oh, so you're looking at the actual task order? Okay,
Yes.
yes, that would be the max that would be billed for this particular project, although I don't expect it to come anywhere
Okay.
near that
Yeah.
amount, so.
But you
what
would
I'm-
assume there's a maximum in the original.
That's why I was trying to
I
find it.
couldn't-
I was
I
just,
don't
I'm
recall
just
seeing it.
talking as you guys are asking me questions. I just make it up as we go along sometimes. I should say I do my best to answer your questions efficiently. How about that? Does that sound better?
Not making it up. Okay. If there's nothing
I
else,
think that's all that I wanted to know. Thank you.
do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay. And then the last item here is related to this one, which is with T-Bird, but this is for professional surveying and consultation service task order number 1. And this is related to some rail corridor land that we're looking at. So it's the research land records, review and preparation of legal descriptions, preparation of property exhibits, and just general consulting on these property matters. So asking for your approval for this task.
Any questions?
No.
Not, I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Motion is second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Hearing none, motion carries. Director's report.
Okay,
Dennis?
just as a reminder, on April 30th, we have a special meeting of the commission to hopefully make a recommendation to award the bid for the South Street project that we opened today. And then on May 14th, we have another special meeting of the commission to open bids for the Upper Elliott infrastructure and utility project. And then, of course, in May, we'll have our regular commission meeting, which will be our tax abatement compliance meeting, too. So,
Oh, boy.
exciting times, yeah. But other than that, everything's going very well. As you can tell, just very, very busy, and happy to answer any questions you might have.
I'm curious, the Lafayette Redevelopment Theater? No, that's not right.
Well, kind of
In the
is.
process of being redeveloped.
Yeah, and you own it, you're the proud owners.
I can't tell from the outside, where we are on that project. Are we done? We're not done? I don't know.
Oh, we haven't
I'm
started
asking.
construction or
We haven't
anything.
started?
Yeah, correct. We applied for some a Ready grant loan in the amount of $5,000 from a competitive fund from Lilly Endowment, again, through the Ready program, so we won't hear about
Was that 5,000?
5 million.
Yeah.
Because it'll be about a $20 million renovation. So we won't hear back from that until probably mid-July. So we're not going to be starting construction until probably late summer or fall. So we got a little ways to go. So, again, putting together the financing for that right now.
Wow.
Okay, thanks.
Moving on. Claims. Jim, if you'd
If
lead us
there's,
through that.
if there's no questions concerning the,
Just had a question about the amount, go ahead. But I do have a question.
I think I know what it is, but I'll make a motion that we approve the claims totaling $2,177,992.85 today, April 23rd, 2026.
Second.
Have a motion, a second, and a question.
No,
Commissioner,
see if
comment.
I'm right.
No, I'm curious, I probably missed this, okay? Just like I missed the date, well, obviously the Lafayette Theater, I missed that date. The 9th Street Bridge replacement, 50%. I don't know what's going on. Help me remember what this is about.
Yeah, that's part of the 9th Street project. And do you want to comment on that, Jeremy?
Address that. So, Josh, you hadn't come in yet. I explained to the rest of
Oh.
the commission that we made a disbursement to NDOT regarding the 9th Street project that was approved by the Board of Works. I hadn't communicated that with you guys yet. That was made necessarily under tight time constraints to get a distribution to NDOT to prevent the contractor from withdrawing their bid. So the project is a go. We paid an $8.6 million invoice to NDOT that was required upfront. And that included not only road construction amounts that we anticipate will be reimbursed to the city from the bonds, the redevelopment bonds to be issued at the end of this month. It also included a $4.8 million segment for drainage, curbs, sewers, gutters, and there was a $1.7 million portion for the bridge over the Elliott Ditch. That is to be paid by the county. The county has chosen to fund that construction from 50% from their McCarty TIF shares, 50% from Southeast Industrial TIF. So this distribution on page 1 is a reimbursement to the city of Lafayette for half of the cost of the bridge. We handled that internally because until very recently, the city was the custodian of all of the McCarty funds. The TIF itself is split 50-50 with the county, but we held all the money. So we went ahead and internally processed a claim for half of the bridge costs and deducted that from the county's portion of the McCarty TIF funds. So that's the $862,000.
Thanks, Jeremy, that was a lot.
It was a
But I
lot.
heard you, I heard you. Thank you so much.
I will, I mentioned to the rest of the commission, I will send a narrative of that recent distribution, so with a table that kind of clears everything up.
Thank you.
I think I heard some questions. This is the 9th Street Bridge over the Elliott Ditch. That's part of the 9th Street
Yep.
extension or
Correct.
improvement. Okay. Yeah, and wonderful. Thank you. Well, at this time, having taken care of our business, we'd love to hear from the public. If anyone would like to come forward and address the commission, we'd happy to receive it.
Motion to adjourn that.
Second.
Oh, never mind. We have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? We stand adjourned. Thanks, everybody.